We're live on Twitch.
Hey.
Hey.
I better go to my actual dashboard and update shit. Jeez.
I do. So my stream's hella lit.
Alright.
What's the episode title?
Multitap podcast.
This is the start of season 2. This is the
Yeah.
grand premiere.
Put
That is the name.
Multitap podcast season 2 episode 1.
Season 2, episode 1 premiere.
No, season 2 episode 1 : off-brand gamers. This is the beginning.
Just the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Just the tip.
That's how I like it.
The official title of this podcast will be
Just the tip.
No.
it'll be
Hey, could we get like a Google Doc with all so
We do. I sent you an invite. We already did. Sent you an invite.
Yep.
Okay. Let me get on that really quick, just so I
I
can.
sent it to your Riz email.
My Riz one. Okay.
I sent it to your student email. So
Oh well.
So I can access it from either one.
yeah.
Okay.
You guys aren't getting any wind, are you? From me.
Nope.
Oh.
Good.
Okay, we're good.
All right. Is everyone accounted for?
No, hang on. Let me get in the Google Doc so I can overview it. But yeah, we're here.
Oh god.
What is going on?
Flux is fluxing.
Oh god, is Flux fluxing?
Oh,
Flux
that's
is
why.
flexing.
Us to Call of Duty World at War.
Did my mic get all fucked up?
Yeah, for a little bit, but it's fine now.
Oh, that's weird. That's super weird.
There's 3.
Dean, has your flux fluxed?
I think it's fluxing as we speak.
Don't all fluxes at the same flux?
No. it's fucking butts and stuff.
Fuck.
Yeah.
fucking stuff.
Fucking butts and stuff.
Scorpio. 2 kids.
AJ, you wanna know what's in what I'm eating right now?
Dick.
What are you eating?
That angel food cake.
Oh, dude.
Ooh.
Wait, can I go get some of that angel food cake, or is that just for you, Dean?
I really want to be just for me. If you get yourself a plate, then I will cut you a slice, but only on those circumstances.
Actually, no. I'll get it later.
Okay.
I feel like we need to.
Yeah, we should probably start this because I got like 30 minutes.
LS2, Color 2. Alright. Paul, tell me when you start recording, I'll start us off.
Also, Jason, you read.
Are you recording?
Hell hard.
Wait. What's the AJ? What'd you say?
I said you just red barred like super bad.
What do you like?
Like your
Am
audio
I
levels hit red bar.
am I consistent now?
Yeah.
Yes,
Don't get
consistently loud.
Okay. That's fine. Alright, are we recording, Paul?
Loud.
Not yet.
I'm
Okay.
streaming on 2 channels.
Tell me when Paul's
I'll start the
recording.
recording. And we're recording live now.
And okay, so this is the entry chatter. Paul, how are the levels? We good?
Levels at maximum.
All
Charge.
right, welcome to the Multitap podcast, season 2, episode 1, the official off-branded gamers Multitap podcast. Beside me, we have AJ
Hello.
and Paul
Hi.
and DJ. Did we call you DJ or did we call you Fetzarelli on the podcast?
Well, I am DJ, aka Fetzarelli.
Okay,
So,
we have DJ,
either or.
aka Fetzarelli, which sounds like a delicious type of like Alfredo.
I know, right?
And then we have Dean.
Hello.
Dean.
All right,
Ever elusive.
AJ, because our audios are all over the place, you want to get us started off with the docket today?
I mean, yeah, sure. We for the docket today, we got fucking butts and stuff. We got Overwatch skins through Here's the Storm. We're gonna talk about our thoughts, controversies behind it, all the fun shit. We're gonna talk about Outlast 2 because our ZJ has played it. That's something.
Terrifying.
That's happening.
DJ, you're playing Outlast?
We're gonna talk about the Twitch stuff because we're a little behind, but I want to talk about it. We're gonna talk about the reveal trailer for Call of Duty World War II and how fun that's gonna be. We're gonna talk about May 4th, National Star Wars Day.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about the Xbox Scorpio dev kit. We're gonna talk about the release of the trailer for Darksiders 3. We're gonna talk about Tumbleseed. We're gonna talk about Paul. Oh wait,
With
we're gonna talk about how shitty Paul is. Excuse me.
Hey, wait a second. That's not hard next to my name.
We're gonna talk about releases for the month. We're gonna do what have you been playing, and then we're gonna sign out. So that's the docket for the day. So we want to get us started with the Overwatch skins.
Sure.
Alright, so let's do an Overwatch, guys. I haven't really played it for a while. I'm not gonna lie, I'm out of the loop. So explain to me what's up with Overwatch.
So the Diva skin has some controversy, at least on Tumblr and Reddit, because according to Tumblr, the Korean police Diva skin is pro-police and anti-Black Lives Matter.
What?
So, yeah.
Wait.
Those
Apparently, Blizzard
two aren't
is...
mutually exclusive. You
Okay,
can
so-
be
so
pro-police and
Let me
also-
simplify this before we head straight into controversy. So there's a Diva skin, and she's a police officer,
Yes.
and
The Korean police
that's
officer.
all I've missed.
The
Yes.
whole reason that we're playing Heroes
And
of the Storm,
people-
at least recently, the whole reason that we've been playing Heroes of the Storm recently is that you get stuff into Overwatch for playing Heroes of the Storm.
One of which is the police Diva skin. But people on Tumblr are freaking the F out, saying that it's anti-Black Lives Matter, and Blizzard is promoting police. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? It's
Despite the
pathetic.
fact that she is Korean and not American.
Yeah. Not American, and just so happens to be in a police uniform, and the mech has some fucking lights on it. Yes.
Interesting. So
It's pretty pathetic.
has the skin gotten anyone to at least go to Heroes of the Storm?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we played.
That's the only reason why people are playing it right now.
Have you been converted to the religion that is Heroes of the Storm, though? Which
No.
is clearly the superior MOBA, according to Blizzard.
No.
I mean, I enjoy playing it.
AJ, what's the review of Heroes of the Storm? The Off-Brand Gamers official review. What are we giving that out of 10?
Well, fuck, dude. I don't really. I've been playing a little bit. I've been having fun. I've been having fun dicking around. I don't take it very seriously, and I love that. But other than that, it's just another fucking MOBA, and it shouldn't really matter.
Dean, is it the best MOBA you've ever played?
Well, it's the first MOBA I've ever played, and I do
Okay.
enjoy it because, like, when you look at League as a game, like League of Legends, that is huge, and there's a lot of complexity to it. So if you're someone new, like the learning curve is so high. But
Mm-hmm.
you play Heroes, it's a lot. It's just very simplified, and maybe that for some people that can be irritating. But for me, who's like never played that kind of MOBA before, it was quite lovely actually.
So, Dean, as a new player to Heroes, then, are you MOBAfied? Like, are you feeling it?
Not really.
Eh.
I mean,
What are the problems with MOBAs as a professional Unity certified game developer? What are the problems with a MOBA?
Well, with my incredible expertise in this field, I can say that mechanically speaking, they're very impressive. Like of how many different things are happening all at once, and the strategy for them, I think, is definitely the greatest part. Like to have such a strategic, underlayer to everything. But just for me, mechanically, I've never really been a fan of like this sort of top-down view of staring at the battlefield like as a whole, and just a bunch of clicking all over the place. And it might also just be because I still don't really know like the full depth of how the game really works, but I just don't really like the bunch of clicking and like just managing abilities. And
So it's the genre that upsets you more
also
or less.
people yell at me a lot because I'm really bad at it.
Okay.
And
That's what makes
doesn't help.
MOBAs kind of cancerous, though. But that's kind of like what you love/hate about it.
But as someone that does play MOBAs, it is annoying when you playing with Dean and then Dean decides to be a feeder. So I'm just saying.
Oh no, he's one of those people.
Whoa.
So
Sometimes you are stricken with a terminal illness due to his skill level, but I'm not
Actually
saying
isn't
that's
that
me.
bad.
So as we all know, 1 in 5 MOBA players is toxic.
Mhm.
Jason's
Jason is
that fine.
that fifth one.
Yeah. No, I'm honestly not that bad. I've been.
You sound that bad.
I've played a little bit of the Heroes 2.0. I think what upsets me about the whole kind of rebranding of Heroes is that they put a 2.0 in front of it, because mechanically, from what I played in the beta, the game is still intact and still the same. It's not like like how Dota does it, where like the map will like literally be different when they have like a big 0.0 update. Like this seems like a very small increment to then really just try to push players to play Heroes of the Storm, which is mechanically a fine game. I just don't understand myself why the branding of Heroes 2.0 really needed to be a thing when mechanically like the game still is relatively the same.
No, really what the Heroes 2.0 update did is it's just another way for them to say like, hey, come play our game, because we managed to add 3 other ways to monetize the fucking shit. Like, there's nothing new per se that they added other than a little bit of UI change, a lot of like streamlined ways to get more skins, and then loot boxes. Yeah,
and
pretty much, yeah.
The first time that they've used Overwatch as a means to get people into the game, which is kind of interesting. So like, it's weird that like they keep basically getting the hardcore Overwatch community over to Heroes for a couple games, and then they kind of dip out from what I've seen. But I just don't understand how these changes are really big enough to be like, oh, this is Heroes 2. This is Heroes of the Storm 2. It's like,
Well, I mean, it's not.
It's to make it sound new and cool to get people to play it, honestly.
Yeah, it's to get on
it's a marketing scheme.
Overwatch crowd.
Yeah, so Heroes of the Storm. Paul, how many stars out of 10?
So I thought it was alright. The thing that got me was that in League of Legends, the thing that I hate the most is runes and masteries, and they don't have any of that. And I love
for those who don't know, what's a rune and a mastery?
It's too complicated to explain, and that's why I hate them.
All right, so runes will help your character like personally. Runes, like healing boosts and shit like that, but. Other than that, and then you have
so it's stats that you apply to your character before the game starts.
Yeah,
it's just incredibly complicated and just really stupid.
Okay. Yes. So like depending on if you want to go like aggressive, defensive, if you're more of a support character, you can fine tune them, but because of that learning curve, it kind of sucks.
Okay. It also makes you think like, oh, like when you're playing against the same character twice, you don't know if what you're doing is if you're doing something wrong or if they've done something different, and it's just a whole mess of things. So yeah, that's what I think about.
So 6 out of 10
that are removed runes and masteries, which is great, but then the rest of it just wasn't League of Legends.
Yeah.
So they have good concepts, but mechanically not as impressive. Is that the final verdict?
Exactly.
Very much.
All right.
So said 6 out of 10.
Before we move on, has everyone?
Hold on. Hold the phone. I did want to say that the Diva Police skin is wonderful, and I love it. And I love the noise that it makes.
For the audience that's listening, stay tuned for the Paul Meyer cosplay. It's coming soon.
We did a custom game where it was like 7 of us, and it was like capture the flag. But we named it Hot Pursuit, and we all had the Diva skin, and we were just flying around Oasis, going like 400% speed with no cooldowns on our shifts. So it was just like a Hot Pursuit, and somebody decided to put police radio chatter in the background, and it was wonderful.
That's amazing. Tumblr is literally freaking out right now.
Alright, you know what else is amazing, DJ?
The fact that we have Jake Badlands in the chat with us.
Yeah.
Hello.
He's here to take GJ's spot because he has to leave here in a bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have both of them for a while, but then
DJ.
Yeah, for like 20 minutes, yeah.
So basically, everyone with a monotone voice sounds exactly the same, but we might be swapping out a couple people who's
You won't know it's different, but it's different.
Yeah, you don't even know. It's
actually just DJ, just like...
I just have 4 separate audio channels that are recording, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I physically can't inflect my voice, so...
There you go.
Outlast 2, who's played it? What's it all about? I have not played an Outlast game.
I have, and it's fucking terrifying. It's It's got your typical jump scare, which most horror games do, but the setting is your wife is a reporter, and you're her cameraman. Yeah.
Is she hot?
Well, you're her cameraman.
Well, hang on.
It's kind of hot.
What's her nationality?
White, of course.
Is she blonde?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I thought she was brown.
Jason's like, describe her to me.
Yeah,
Just look at
like
the fucking
but-
screenshot.
on a
in
scale
the
of
tone-
1 to 10, how important is it that we save her? Like, what's her? What?
Oh, I mean, it's
Her
your wife, so you
She's
kind of
like a solid 8 then.
Sure.
So, describe her to us in the tone and language of a romantic novel.
Oh,
Okay, ignore what Paul just said. Continue on with
I
that.
don't give a shit about that.
So,
So the thing is, your helicopter crashes over this like farmstead area, and you land. You realize it's this fucking religious cult type thing, and they abduct your wife. They rape her, do all this other shit to her.
Oh dear.
Oh, no.
All in the name of God. It's pretty graphic, and then you're going
Oh,
through
no.
all these people are like getting tortured and shit. But then they add this element to where you have these flashbacks when you're a kid in like this Catholic school. And
Wow, they're not even being subtle about it, are they?
oh, not subtle at all. And so they're doing all that because that's when you and her first met was in the Catholic school. But then there's this other girl named Jessica, apparently.
is she hot?
Yes. So it's like you're saying, is she hot? And the girl's like 10.
Oh gosh.
Way to go, you perv.
Oh
But,
no. Continue.
So you're having flashbacks in and out of that, witnessing like some stuff, which spoilers I don't want to talk about. But then you're going through, you find her, then you lose her, and you're just running through. It's pretty cool. They added, instead of just like a standard camcorder, you have like a really nice video camera. And when you go through some important stuff, it'll actually have like a red circle that starts filling up. So you're recording specific stuff, so you don't always have to be on record. And so if you listen to them, it actually gives you like hints of where to go and like what the objective is, which is a pretty cool element to it.
So I played the first Outlast like hardcore and all the DLC for it.
Yeah.
So my main issue with Outlast, I mean I love Outlast, I really do, but my problem with it was that you really have no way to defend yourself. Like the second you get caught, you just run away and try to find a locker to hide in. Does that still hold true in this game?
Yes, so you can run, hide, or die. The same kind of concept, but you can hide in. You have more stuff to hide in, so you can hide under beds, you can hide in bathroom stalls, you can hide in like plants and shit like that. So they give you more of an option to hide,
Okay.
but it's still the same.
So
How many people have you killed so far?
What do you mean in the game?
Yeah, okay.
I was like, there's really not a lot of people.
Okay. So there's no like combat. It's like you kind of running away.
No,
the whole
there's
time?
never. Yeah, there's never combat.
Okay.
Like
there's only like
that-
scripted sequences of you like punching.
Gotcha.
Nothing
So
that you-
you're mostly just running away.
Yeah,
from
and it's
it.
mostly like other NPCs killing other people.
Yeah.
It's just because of the conflict of like religion and the cult. So it's like anyone that doesn't
Two.
follow,
There's two cults.
Yeah,
There's
And
there's a
they're, like,
Satanist cult and
conflicting with each other.
God loving cult.
Yeah, it's creepy as shit, dude.
But like, is it a good game?
I think it's really good. It's like a really it's really polished. It's a lot cleaner looking than the
Quick, what's the
original
Multitap
Outlast.
podcast review, DJ? Out of 10.
I give it 9 out of 10, honestly.
9 out of 10. Ooh,
Why are you trying to
woo,
rush it? Why are you trying to
woo,
rush it?
Whoa, whoa.
woo.
It's like-
For not liking a lot of horror games because of how cliche they are. Overwatch, because I'm playing that right now. But, yeah, it's so scary. But Outlast 2 is pretty badass. Because I would have given the first one about a 6 or 7.
Okay.
In comparison to Resident Evil 7, though, is it a better game?
I'm not a huge fan of Resident Evil games,
Yeah,
so
the reason why I
I can't
asked
be
is
the
'cause
judge.
Resident Evil has a lot of combat in it, so like I was curious if they even compare, but it seems like it's Outlast is more along the lines of.
It's
like,
not
the
meant to
kinda-
be a combative game.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I
Well,
think it gives a really good like horror.
speaking of combative games, Call of Duty World War II officially announced to the
Hey, can I-
world.
Yeah, Activision goes to EA. Hey, can I borrow your homework? Yeah, just do some changes to it so it doesn't look the same.
They changed the game completely. The boots are on the ground, is what they say.
Oh
in the
yeah,
description.
aren't
All the
most games?
boots are on the ground. World War II. Dean, how hyped are you to jump back into World War II?
I mean, okay, I stopped playing Call of Duty at Black Ops 1, but
Okay.
you know what?
Are they pulling you back?
Like Battlefield 1 kind of already happened, and I'm just
Mhm.
like,
That's pretty. I loved Battlefield.
Well, there's a couple notes with this one that I found interesting. So there's no regenerating health. There's a separate
seriously?
co-op campaign. Yep, you have to use health packs.
oh my goodness.
It's class based.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh wow, so it's Battlefield.
and the Nazi zombies are coming back. There's no vehicles or anything. It's boots on the ground gameplay is how they describe it.
so it's,
Isn't Sledgehammer developing this one though?
Yes, this is the
Yeah.
Sledgehammer game.
Oh, so this is
I
an
always thought
Activision?
that-
No,
Yeah,
they do.
Sledgehammer for the
Call of
past,
Duty's
like,
on a 3-year
iteration.
cycle.
So there's 3 different developers, and they're each on a 3-year cycle. There's Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, and
Treyarch.
Treyarch. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking, Activision.
Sledgehammer is in like a partnership with Infinity Ward though, since most of their big developers from like Modern Warfare 2 era and shit like that left.
Yeah. But anyways, so that's how a Call of Duty game is made. It takes 3 years to make it, but they release one every year because there's 3 different people
Actually
working
makes
on
Yeah,
a
so
different game.
this technically has been in development since before Battlefield 1 was even announced.
Yeah.
I bet they must have been pissed when they saw
But
it. They're like,
anyways,
oh man.
What I was getting at with Sledgehammer is that the Call of Duty zombies, there's like a full blown canon and storyline, and that the storyline is only through the Treyarch games. Like none of the Infinity Ward's zombie modes are.
They are taking some of the maps from the Treyarch games though, so they already have a
So
map
maybe they're
list for the
cross-
zombies. They're taking Kino
Kino
di
did-
Toten, yeah, Ascension, and then Shangri-La and Moon. Those are all maps from Black Ops that are specifically coming back. And then there's some of the Call of Duty World at War maps are coming back for zombies specifically. So they're really going to go all out for the zombies mode, it seems like. And then they do have a separate cooperative campaign as well. That's like a different campaign from their main story.
So wait, they have a single player campaign, a cooperative campaign, multiplayer, and zombies.
Exactly. This is like super ambitious.
Did you guys
That
see
is
the trailer, the like little 7-second trailer that they released for the multiplayer?
No.
It was
No.
basically like just a camera pan, and it had 2 guys up on top of a hill, and like they had like their nameplates above them. And then when the camera like got over the crest of the hill, there was just like 20 players on one team, all on the beach, just like doinking around and then getting in cars and driving away.
Yeah,
Wow.
and people are saying like this is going to be a good thing for Call of Duty. I think it is, but it isn't, because like thing is like with the evolution of Call of Duty, you know, it's become the bro shooter for like esports type stuff. You know what I mean? Like it is the console FPS that you can watch competitively, and there is a competitive circuit for it. I don't see World War II transitioning to jetpacks and esports very well. So I'm pretty sure in the esports scene, anyways, that we're going to see a couple more years of Black Ops, and that they're going to kind of skip this era for competitive multiplayer, because this seems more like a almost like the Battlefield audience, where like they're competitive, but it's not esports competitive. It's, you know.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see where Call of Duty World War II will then take Call of Duty esports, if it even affects it at all. Because now Call of Duty esports has to make a decision, hey, do we go to World War II, which is probably not going to be that well trafficked, or do we stick to the bro shooter that is Black Ops 3 for this next season? So we'll see how that goes.
Are they not using what is it, Advanced Warfare or whatever one just came out as their current esports?
No, they are there. I'm
Infinite,
sorry.
yeah, they're
I
using,
said Black
Infinite.
Ops, I meant Infinite
Yeah.
Warfare.
Yeah, Infinite.
Yeah. I would assume that they would go along with it, and then what's going to happen is they're going to create a couple of maps and modes that are specific to competitive that are 4v4 maps.
But you think that a World War II genre style game is going to be like, watched at an esports level?
I think so, because it'll require more of a mechanical like skill, like aiming and shit like that. It's like, ooh, good job, you can use jetpacks and stuff to
I don't
benefit.
know, like with the historical value, it kind of, we've never really seen like a game that also has like historical value to it at a competitive level, because it's kind of weird, like you see Counter-Strike, you see League of Legends. These are games that are, the genre is kind of either far future or modern day, or like somewhere in between mythology and like actual real day stuff, So I'm curious to see like if they manage to put it into esports, because then it makes esports kind of in a weird place where like they have games that are almost telling a story that are also being watched at a competitive level for money. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're watching kind of like a Axis versus Allies type thing, and it I don't know if it cheapens the esports experience or not for me yet. Like it's kind of like a mixed feeling type deal. I don't know.
I don't think anyone watching esports is going to be like, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe that!" Like,
yeah, I can't follow that team because they're playing. Yeah, or it's like
playing as Germany. That's basically
it's just weird
I don't
because
think
like
that's gonna happen.
You'll see like an esports shoutcaster be like, "Oh, it's the MG42 he's taken out" or whatever. I don't know. It's just it feels weird to me personally, but I mean maybe that's just me. I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna be a problem at all.
Dean, are you ready for Call of Duty World War II?
I think I actually kind of agree with you, Jason. The fact that I think the esports scene is very much based on games that are really, really fast-paced or really, really bright and shiny and things like that. I feel like the aim that like Call of Duty World War II is trying to go for is I think it's trying to actually take a bit more of a narrative approach, because obviously World War II has a lot of narrative behind it, and it's really easy, not easy, but it's a very common route to make World War II very serious and dark. Like if you think of any like Saving Private Ryan kind of sort of thing. So I think I don't think it'll be really incredibly effective as an esport. I don't know for sure, but personally I don't see it as being like this big new esports thing. I see it as maybe potentially actually being a very good narrative game and probably a pretty good multiplayer game, but I do feel like Battlefield 1 has kind of beaten them to the punch as far as using old-timey weaponry and things like that in a large multiplayer sense, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, I mean, I really hope they do go back to that narrative thing, because that's what Call of Duty was really famous for when they first started, is their stories were just awesome. And then it just kind of went to shit and focused only on multiplayer.
Yeah, that's where this game really gets me. I mean, I got in with Medal of Honor and thinking those games were really like hot shit, and then kind of got disinterested over the years because I'm not a super competitive online player. And this game honestly really interests me just because it seems to be harkening back to those roots and like probably has more epic thematic elements to it than I generally felt were present in these more modern Call of Duty games.
Yeah.
Jake, do you think like it has enough potential to like bring both you, like an old time fan, and like the new Brodu shooters like along with it though?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, as long as I don't have to hear them.
Yeah, for real.
No, we'll see. The multiplayer hasn't been revealed yet, so until I see World War II jetpacks, we'll see what happens.
I'll flip my shit.
I bet they'll put the jetpacks at least in zombies.
Yeah, the single player narrative is what a lot of people this week have been kind of focused about. I just kind of wanted to bring the multiplayer conversation into it from our perspective, because I feel like out of all the coverage that I've seen for this game, no one has talked about really like any of the esports stuff, and I know from a console perspective that is huge to a lot of people. It's a very specific crowd, and those aren't people that like, those are the people that only buy 2K, FIFA, Madden, and Call of Duty every year, but that they still like that kind of thing, so I don't know. I found that to be kind of interesting that no one even throughout the entire week and all of games media, no one brought that up at all. They're all talking about narrative, and really narrative I'm really excited for, but it's interesting to see if the multiplayer will even be there.
Yeah. All right, so AJ, you have some things to talk about Twitch, correct?
I do.
So what's new with Twitch?
So there's a lot of interesting things happening with Twitch. Very slowly they're rolling out the new Twitch layout, so to speak. So like, as more people go to Twitch, they'll realize that there's a new like home screen when they initially log into Twitch. I don't know how quick that's going to be like rolled out, but it's currently rolled out for myself, and everything is changed essentially. It's more, I wouldn't say streamlined. It seems more like they're trying to go towards a like social media platform in a way. All the main buttons are there to get to all of your favorite broadcasters and stuff. So I don't know. It takes a bit to get used to, but once you understand how it kind of like is set up, it's okay. Like,
So how is this different for like the creators going into it then? Like what is it given? Like I guess I'm kind of confused because I've heard a little bit about it, but I don't really.
I mean, really, there's nothing changed in terms of like interactability and stuff like that. It just kind of changed up the UI a little bit. So like,
okay.
To get to following, instead of following being on like the left side or wherever it was, following is now up in the top like nav bar essentially. For those that know what a Bootstrap website is, and then there's like all of the follow channels that you have will display on the left bar. Jesus Christ! Okay.
There was an explosion.
All of your follow channels will display on the left side when they go live, so it's a bit more streamlined to see like, oh, yeah, you know, Total Biscuits live on the left, so let me just click and go there really quick.
Okay, so a lot of quality of life user interface stuff?
Eventually, yeah. Like, after you realize that it's there, like, it took me a good solid week to realize, oh, well, now I see. You know?
Interesting.
And then Twitch has released a new program called Twitch Affiliates, which is kind of like a middling ground for in between viewer and then partner, for those people that aren't a partner yet but still want to, you know, like try to make the whole Twitch thing work. So essentially what it does is Twitch Affiliates allows, let me actually pull up the
I think you can use bits and stuff in chat, right?
well, hold on, let me, where is it? No, I don't want the partner program. God damn it. Ah! Ah!
Sounds like the
Talk about
quality
your
of life
day.
is
Hurry,
pretty
improv.
Twitch Affiliates.
No, it's Paul Meyer, shut up. AJ, go.
Twitch Affiliates allows for when you become an affiliate, people can cheer with bits for you. You apparently can get one emote. So
Ooh.
that way you can have like an emoticon and stuff. You can set for no stream delay. There's a few other things like that you can adjust your transcoding options, which is usually a Twitch partner exclusive thing. So having access to being able to adjust your transcoding options really helps reach those that can't watch high quality streams, like a lot of new streamers tend to put out. And really it's just like a lot of, it seems like a good middling ground between being a partner and just being a normal viewer. And to be an affiliate is actually like super easy. At least 500 total minute broadcast in the last 30 days, 7 unique broadcast days in the last 30 days, an average of 3 concurrent viewers in the past 30 days. So like, you know, if you have friends watching your stream, like every time you stream, you should get it, and then at least 50 followers. Like you can become an affiliate super easy.
I just need the followers.
It
should be going live soon, actually, and I'm pretty excited.
So to be an affiliate, we all just have to get on our computers and keep the stream open all the time, right?
I mean, if you want to kill your internet, sure. But yeah, it seems pretty cool, especially the whole bit thing, because like a lot of smaller channels have like a really dedicated fan base, and if once those channels, are open to having like bits and stuff, that's more money for Twitch, that's more money for the broadcaster, that's just more money in general being put out there, which is good for everyone because it makes the broadcasters want to stream more,
And also, like, encourages the new people to broadcast too, and not just get discouraged because it's a pain in the ass to get partner.
Yep. I don't know. It seems like a really good thing that Twitch is doing. So I'm all for it.
Neato.
Cool.
So if you guys
While we're on the subject of Twitch, where can they follow you at?
You can follow me at twitch.tv/Drecenti, and you can follow DJ at
Twitch.tv/Fetzarelli or YouTube.com/Fetzarelli.
or
Do we have
YouTube.com/OffBrandGamers.
Remember, like and subscribe, everyone.
Yes. Feel free to like and subscribe to all our channels.
Yes.
You know what? I haven't liked and subscribed to all the channels. I should go do that.
Dude.
Way to go.
is not allowed on the podcast.
I think I should just kick me off.
We're gonna kick you out for
Get
the
out.
next topic.
In that case, I think DJ.
What's the date today?
Yeah, once this game ends in like 19 seconds,
Okay.
I will be heading out.
What's the date today?
I
May
believe
4th.
it's
It is-
May 4th.
Okay.
Be with
So
you.
what
May the
does that
4th
mean it is?
May the 4th be with
The
you.
4th
National
of-
Security.
No, I've got the coolest calendar in my room.
Do you?
Is it a Star Wars calendar?
I swear it has nothing to do with this topic. Paul's done.
Yeah. Straight up, like.
Hurry
Paul,
up, go.
What is your calendar?
What? No, I wasn't gonna actually talk about it. It's not.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Wow.
it is that cool. It's just not worth talking about.
Okay.
So it's not a Star Wars calendar.
I'll talk about it in the next podcast.
Oh,
I will.
my
Oh, I
goodness.
do have something to say. For Easter, my mom got me some like really cool plates. Guess what the plates are? They're like little. They're plastic and they have like decals of Star Wars on them. So like, you can eat off of a thing that looks like R2D2, C3PO, a Stormtrooper, and Darth Vader. I don't know. I found that pretty cool.
I've always wanted to eat off of a stormtrooper.
I've always wanted to eat a Stormtrooper, so.
Oh, kinky.
Wow.
It reminds me of like adult zoo pets. Like, remember zoo pets? Or zoo pals?
Zoo Pals.
I
You remember the
Zoo
song?
Pals.
I still have Zoo Pals, so like, don't be knocking.
Zoo pals make eating fun.
Zoo Pals.
Alright,
make
well,
eating fun.
Well, on that note of Zoo Pals, I am gonna hop off, guys. I'll talk to you
Alright.
guys later.
See you, DJ. Thanks for coming today.
Yeah.
Alright, good. Now that he's gone. Gosh.
Now we can really get into the deep shit.
Man, he's just the
Oh, I hope
worst,
he's not
right?
watching. Yeah, I know, right? That guy. Okay, so Star Wars, really quick. Let's get on this topic. So it's May the 4th. However, since the podcast has aired, we haven't gotten to talk about episode 8 yet.
This is true.
Taylor, aka Jake Badlands, are you there?
Yeah, hey.
Excellent. So you've seen the episode 8 trailer, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Explain your thoughts and everything. What's it all about? What is Star Wars? Go.
So, Star Wars. God.
Okay, maybe not what is Star Wars.
What is
Star
Star Wars? No, I mean, every time those trailers come out, I cannot pass any sort of critical judgment on them. I just get so fucking excited.
Yo,
That is the one thing that
Yeah.
like the cynic inside of me just wilts away, and I am allowed to have pure boy-like joy.
Okay,
unadulterated
so
joy.
what you're saying is you give Star Wars an extra pass.
I've already given it a 20 out of 10.
Oh boy. So, what's going on in the trailer? What do we know so far?
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot.
Not
I
a
mean,
whole lot?
we've just got the teaser so far.
Okay.
So we've kind of got this theme that was going in the Star Wars books. Like they've kind of been with these new movies, they've kind of been pulling from the expanded universe a little bit, appropriating it here and there, and making it their own. I think maybe we're going to explore this concept of the Gray Jedi, which is kind of Luke gets tired of this back and forth between the dark and light Jedi, and it's like, hey, maybe we just don't be fundamentalist assholes all the time. We find a nice little middle ground.
Okay.
Or maybe we get to see Dark Side Luke, which would be pretty cool.
I mean, I don't think he'd go dark side. Like, I think he would go more towards being a great Jedi, just because that's not his character, you know? He isn't necessarily evil, so I don't know, it just seems...
I don't know, he blew up a lot of people on the Death Star.
There's a lot of heavy breathing in the trailer.
They had
from what I saw.
families.
I mean, but that's what the whole like original trilogy was about, was like Luke's heroism. Like
Yeah.
that was sort of like the trademark. So like I feel like if they just suddenly were like, actually no, he's gonna be a Sith Lord and you're just gonna have to deal with that, I feel like that kind of takes away from the struggles that he overcame in the original trilogy, you know? I mean, great
But
Jedi, that's possible.
I feel like, I don't know, if he's not conflicted in some way, then we're just gonna see Yoda 2.
I mean, he is conflicted in this one. Like, that's kind of what I
And
feel
Yoda
like.
was introduced in Empire, and we haven't had the new Empire yet, so this could be just Empire again.
Yeah, can we all agree that like this movie is gonna have like a sad ending to it? Like it's just the Star Wars formula.
Most definitely gonna have a sad
Do we
ending.
see Jake Badlands? Do you think anyone dying?
Well, I think someone always dies, right?
Well, who's the next one? So we lost our boy,
Who's on the cutting
Harrison. Who's up next?
Well, I mean, like the most obvious would be Princess Leia or Commander.
Right, they have to
Well,
do something about
Do you
her.
think
Yeah.
they're gonna kill her? Because she's for sure not in the next one. They've
No,
said
no, they're gonna drop her off at a nice retirement home.
Yeah, I mean they could. Well, I would assume maybe her little Corellian Corvette is just going off into space, and then the Wiz Khalifa song starts playing, and then they do the Paul Walker send off, and it'll be great.
But on the real, though, they could keep Carrie Fisher in because, I mean, they've already CGI'd her.
Well, no, they said they're not doing it though. Like she's not in 9 at all. She's done. So this
Oh.
is the end for Leia's character.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I heard, like, she was a really integral part of episode 9. She was
Yeah,
supposed
so
to
it's changing.
Yeah.
be- I don't know. All I know is that there's a 24-hour marathon of all the Star Wars films going on right now on TBS. So, the quicker we can finish this up, the quicker we can get back to that.
So, is Poe and who's the other guy? Poe and yeah. Are they gonna have a big kiss?
Yo, I'm kind of hoping for the bromance.
Are you? Well,
Yo, they...
Maybe they're brother and sister.
Wait,
They're
what?
twins.
What?
Paul. It's not
So
how that
confused.
works.
I'm so confused. I'm so mind-flooded.
Maybe that's how it worked a long, long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Okay, any other Star Wars thoughts?
Um,
Nah, I'm good.
I'm stoked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're all stoked. I mean, I think that's a
It's gonna be
guarantee.
a great time.
Next piece on the docket, we'll go quick. This is Paul Meyer's favorite subject, Xbox. Everyone knows Paul Meyer is the Xbox gamer out of all of
Yep.
us.
I'm actually the biggest fan of Xbox.
Yeah.
I like them so much that I not only bought an Xbox, but I also sold it. I thought it was that good.
Well, this one's really quick. They showed the Scorpio dev kits were sent out to developers, and they look pretty cool. There's it's a pretty clean design. Looks really similar to the Xbox One S, except there's like an LED frames per second counter on the box, so you can see the FPS counter as you're playing the game.
Oh, they got to prove it to you.
Yeah, exactly. They're proving it to you the entire time. So the box is actually showing the dev what the game is running at the entire time. I just thought that was kind of interesting.
Oh, that is cool.
It's just like diagnostic tools, but you can't turn it off.
Yeah, essentially. For a second, when I saw this story, I thought that was the actual like release
Mhm.
model that they were giving out. Like, this is what the release model will look like. And I was just like, why the fuck are you including an FPS counter on your system?
Oh,
Dude,
gosh.
That's what I thought too.
That's such a shitty idea, Microsoft. But then again, you guys are like the kings of shitty ideas, so keep going.
Was I the only person like when I saw that I was excited? I'm like, that's such a good idea.
Okay, but
when
you're
I
a
first saw
Unity
it.
developer.
For
I
this-
know,
for
I'm
the
just like,
dev
that's so
kit-
cool.
For the dev kit, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
For the
I was
retail
like, stop
version-
being a pretentious developer, Dean.
I'm just excited.
Stop
I like the
developing
thing.
things, Dean. Just play video
God.
games like the rest of us. You're not allowed to create anymore. I didn't mean it, Dean. We need you to make good games for us to play.
I don't think you need me, but never mind.
I
Continue.
don't know.
Moving on.
This E3, Microsoft has better show that they have some first-party stuff coming up that's Xbox exclusive. Because right now, I haven't turned my Xbox One on for probably a whole year now. It's like right beside me. Like I'm looking right at it. It's just it hasn't been
For
turned
me
on.
neither.
But tell me, though,
Oh.
Jason, what have you turned on? What have you been playing? Have you been turning on your PlayStation to play a little?
Yeah, dude, I've been
Persona?
playing a lot of Persona 4 actually.
That's good.
War?
Persona 5. Just
I
kidding.
was about to
Persona 5.
say,
I'm sorry. I don't even know. I'm actually not that far. I've only gotten past the first palace. We just barely got out of school here, so like now I can finally delve into it.
yeah.
So I'm gonna be doing Persona like nonstop, probably after this podcast, to try to catch up with everything now that I'm free.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
I don't have a lot to say about it other than I love that because it's so anime, it can tackle really mature themes in a
Oh,
high
yeah.
school setting, and that's not something you see really often in like the high school type settings. Like the game starts off and there's a rape involved and it's super messed up, and you're like, I need to stop this person, and you feel a need to stop this person because they're a bad person, and it's such a good video game. Go play Persona 5. Oh my gosh, it's basically anime the video game. And you play the life of a Japanese high school student who also has the ability to go to like a demon world and then go fight a bunch of demons because anime. And obviously you have a group of friends that comes with you, so you have to decide how you play your day. And it's like you have to go to school on weekdays, obviously, and then at nighttime, do you study and become smarter, or do you train and become stronger, or do you hang out with girls and go on dates, or do you go to fight demons? And it's interesting.
Interesting. This is very interesting.
Am I still good to borrow it from you when you finish it?
Yeah. As soon as I finish it.
Which is in about 90 hours.
Yeah. This is gonna be a while.
It is not a short game.
There's a lot of new games that are being announced. Has anyone seen any of the 3 stuff?
Any of the what?
Darksiders 3 promotional material.
I haven't at
have
all.
not. In fact, I never really played Darksiders. I played Darksiders 1 for a little bit,
Okay.
but then I realized it was kind of that style of game where like God of War, and I wasn't really that into it.
Yeah, it's like God of Zelda in the first one, you know.
Yeah.
I played Darksiders 2 because it was free on Xbox, and I didn't realize how long of a game it was. Like, that game was hella long, but I didn't think it was long for the right reasons. It was just like collecting 3 of stuff. That was like the majority of that game. Like, the combat was fine, and like I kind of like that hacky slashy God of War kind of thing. It's really fast paced. It looks interesting. I like the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse jazz, but I just was like getting tired after a while, and I was just getting irritated, and I'm like, screw it, I'm out. Just It was like, it's free.
So
I'm not.
you
even
never
paying
went
for it.
back?
No, I never went back. I would be curious to see Darksiders 3 though, because
Okay.
I don't know what it's about. What's it about?
They showed the new trailer, and War gets all tied up. So the protagonist from the first Darksiders, and then you play as a lady. You play as I forgot her name.
Strife?
Famine?
Famine?
No, it's not one of the Apocalypse people. Hang on. Paul Meyer, someone improvise for a second.
No, please don't. Stop. Please stop.
Recent things. Me and Paul have moved in together, which is exciting.
Not
Fury.
in a gay way.
Not in a gay way. Well, maybe in a gay way. We don't know yet.
There's time. Give it time.
It's only been like 3 days, but
Ooh.
Can I get some fan art, please?
oh god.
No! Don't ask for that, please!
I want
God.
you to draw Dean as a human and Paul Meyer as a golden retriever, but that has human limbs.
Oh,
no.
oh, God.
That's
Oh.
oddly specific.
That's so horrible. So horrible.
Okay,
Michaela,
moving-
Kaylee, make it happen.
Moving on away from this completely, please. What was the name of the protagonist that you play as now?
I'm sorry, it's the
War.
Fury.
Not War.
Fury.
Oh, right,
Fury.
Fury. Nick
Duh.
Fury.
Yeah. And it's a lady, and it's cool, and she's actually not really sexualized. She's wearing a lot of armor, so
cool.
That's good. What are her weapons that she uses?
She's got a whip.
A whip.
Nice.
I like
Yeah,
that.
so she fights. She seems kind of like Simon Belmont from Castlevania-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Interesting.
I'm actually down for that.
Yeah, I'm down too.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. What is Tumbleseed?
Tumbleseed is a new, kind of minimalistic roguelite with a unique twist on the genre. Your character is moved through the use of like your bumpers, and essentially your character is a little ball seed, right? And you move your character upwards by the seed lays on like a platform.
Oh, this game's on the Switch.
Yeah, it's on the Switch. It's on a lot of different platforms. You move the seed up with by moving your bumpers, and the bumpers control like the platform. So like if you click the right bumper, it moves the right side up. If you click the left bumper, it moves the left side up.
Okay.
So you can kind of like, it's like a balancing game in a way.
So it's a platformer that you control the stage and not the character, kind of like Loco Roco.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's a roguelike because there's different like abilities that you can give your seed. It's actually, I heard, very difficult. You die a lot in like with most, roguelites. I don't know, it looks really, really good. It looks well polished. The artwork is amazing. It's a very beautiful looking game.
Interesting.
I don't know, give it a chance. Look it up if it fancies you. It's on like 18 different platforms. So.
Mm-hmm. And then there's releases for the month, which I think if we start that conversation, we're gonna kind of date ourselves because
No.
Prey comes out tomorrow.
I have it listed here, but I have all of the releases for May.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to do with that.
Just if you want to grab like your favorites and just go through the highlights.
I was
and
gonna
stuff.
do that. So Tumbleseed came out on the 2nd. We have Prey coming out on May 5th.
Yeah.
Did
How do we
you
feel
hear
about
about
Prey?
the thing with the other game?
What?
There's another game that had the word Prey in it. And they had to change the name.
Yeah. It was like Prey for the Gods or something, and then Bethesda like tried to sue them by saying like, hey, Prey is our like IP. So the developers of Prey for the Gods changed it to Praey for the Gods.
Oh, good.
Well, I don't blame them specifically because I feel like they're worried that Prey is going to become a Dishonored 2 in a sense that critically it is received incredibly well and then no one buys it. Because Dishonored 2 like sold ridiculously poorly. It was like less than 500,000.
Well, I have a problem with Bethesda because this isn't the first time that they've done this. They did it back when Scrolls first came out, that card game from the guys of Minecraft. They tried suing them because of Elder Scrolls. The Bethesda tried to copyright the word scroll. So I don't know. They need to like cool their fucking jets.
I've heard some arguments though, like because the Super Bowl gets a lot of flack like that because like you can't use the Super Bowl in any of your advertisements unless you're directly endorsed by the Super Bowl. So like Samsung, you can't say watch the Super Bowl, you say watch the big game. And I guess the reason for that is like if you don't go after people for your trademarks, you can lose those trademarks.
True.
So it's not always that they're like this big evil company. I mean, sometimes it is, but
I don't know. I think it's like a double-edged sword when it comes to this case in specific. Yeah.
I just think it's silly that sharing one word with another big title.
Well, the problem is
not okay.
Prey is a one-word title.
Yeah.
I think that's the main issue.
So I can't name my game Scrolls of Prey. I gotta change that.
The Elder Prey.
Elder Scrolls.
One company that's super guilty of this is a British company called Sky, and they do.
Yes, I've heard of this because that's why Microsoft's OneDrive is called OneDrive because it used to be called SkyDrive, and they got hella sued.
I remember that.
Yeah. So, in case you're wondering, if there's a company that the poster boy for being terrible about this, that for going after everybody for no reason at all. It's Sky.
Interesting.
Continuing on with the releases for May. Speaking of Loco Roco, it's getting a remastered edition on the PS4 on the 9th. We have
Oh, hey, shout out to Locoroco.
we have the Minecraft Switch edition coming out on May 11th.
Paul's super excited.
No, that's gonna be great. Big release Injustice 2 coming out on the 16th for PS4 and Xbox One. And then we have Endless Space 2 on the 19th. I'm excited for that because I'm a big.
Sounds
4X.
like a lot of space.
I'm a big 4X fan. Okay. Let's see. Darksiders War Mastered Edition on the Wii U, 23rd. So
What?
yeah. Mirage Arcane Warfare from the guys of Chivalry coming out.
Wait, there's a Wii U game?
Apparently.
Apparently, that thing is supposed to be able to play video games. Nintendo didn't really communicate that very well.
We got Friday the 13th coming out on May 26th.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
I know, I was about to say, kind of some poor marketing on their part. And then finally we have Guilty Gear XRD Rev 2, the 26th.
That's a very long title.
Yo, I don't understand.
It's a Japanese fighting game. Guilty Gear is great,
It's
dude.
a Guilty Gear title.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the releases for the month that are worth talking about. And if that's it, we're gonna go to the "What have you been playing" section. The section that seems to be pretty good.
This is how we close it out usually.
Yeah. Let's see. Jake Badlands, why don't you go first?
I've been playing Final Exams lately.
Oh, I heard those have some pretty bad ratings.
I already have so
I've
many
heard they're
questions.
incredibly difficult.
There's no multiplayer. Support is awful. No, I've got a baby on the way, so I've built up a list of games that I'm finally going to complete before I can't ever do it.
Okay.
The Witcher 3.
Okay. Good choice.
I'm gonna break rank 10 in Hearthstone.
Wait, hold up. So are these from first to last, or are they just in no specific
I'll
order?
probably do them all at the same time.
Okay. At the same time.
Rank 10 in Hearthstone and
You're gonna be
Witcher
playing.
3.
You're gonna be playing Gwent.
I'm gonna play
Hearthstone.
Gwent and Hearthstone at the same time.
Okay.
Legit,
Kill it.
legit. Anything else besides rank 10?
I'm gonna go back to 1992 and play a game called Star Control 2 that I've been meaning to get around to for a while.
For quite a while, it
For
sounds
quite a while.
Can you please just get to Witcher before you do that one?
Yeah, I probably should.
At least put that one on the back burner. Let's get to 2030s before you play Space Command, whatever.
Well, it haunts me though. It's haunted me for years now. I need to just get it over
In the
with.
middle of the night.
But yeah, that's my list.
Those are that's it.
Those are the three.
Okay, I mean, I could give you some more stuff later on.
Oh,
Have
please.
you played through The Last of Us?
No, I haven't played The Last of Us because I have an X-Bone.
Oh, you stayed
I'm so
very
sorry.
quiet during
I'm
that
so
section.
sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Dean, what have you been playing?
I've also been playing Final Exams. They've been super great. No, but I've been mainly playing, at least of actual games, just games that don't take a lot of narrative and time. So Overwatch and Heroes of the Storm. Yeah, those two. I've been Blizzard's slave for a little bit.
Warframe.
But my and Warframe. My plans for the summer is okay, here's my problem is that I finished BioShock 1, never played BioShock 2, and then played all through BioShock Infinite except for the final cutscene, which is arguably the most important part.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
and I've played none of the DLC. So I'm probably gonna get the BioShock Collection Edition or something,
Dean,
and just
I have a
What?
proposition for you.
okay.
Do you want to play through all of the BioShock games with me, and do a dual series where we play it together?
Yes,
Oh,
I would
hell
totally
yeah.
be down.
Okay, but I haven't played BioShock either, so.
We'll do-
Paul, you can just kind of stay.
I feel like BioShock is such a Paul game with the way that it does philosophy and stuff.
It really is
Capitalist.
more complicated than that.
but
we
I
can
feel like
get,
it's a Paul game.
we can get hella into like the lore and stuff in it because I actually really love.
Yeah, I want to do a series this summer where we get a specific game and really just pick it apart.
That'd actually be awesome.
That's like one of my goals because I want to do it for Mega Man. I want to do it for Halo, for BioShock. I want to do it for Street Fighter. Like, there are a bunch of. That's one of the series that I really want to start working on soon. So, hopefully, on our channel, you can start to see some of that work come through in a bit.
That's cool.
All right, AJ, what have you been playing?
I've been playing quite a lot actually. So buckle up, Buttercups. Let me just run you through my my Steam library because it's gonna have like all of the stuff that I've been playing. So
Oh gosh.
I do like my daily Warframe, right? So I get on, I play a couple missions of Warframe, loving that. Recently bought Sniper Elite V4, because it's my guilty pleasure of just shooting Nazis like left and right.
See, you bought a sniper game, but last time on stream I was watching you, you like consistently were just trying to like Metal Gear it, and you only used your pistol the entire time.
Yo,
So
I
I don't think you're actually sniping.
I want you to know that I was just kind of fucking around when I was doing that. Like, there is a lot of sniping. You just have to get to the right spots and like have noise suppression and all that. Because if you just go shoot your sniper rifle willy-nilly, Nazis are gonna find you and they're gonna kill you. I've died a lot in this game so far. Like, surprisingly. I've been playing a lot of Civilization 5. Hoping to do like a multiplayer series with that. That'd be pretty cool. Where we get everyone in. Been playing. I play a little bit of Fallout 4 every now and again. Just kind of like. It's like sticking your dick in crazy. You want to do it, but like it's a really bad idea. So I've been trying to like pull myself back and.
I mean, you say crazy, I just say mediocrity.
I mean, metaphorically speaking, crazy is to, you know, a woman as Fallout 4 is to mediocrity. I don't know.
I feel like you really butchered that metaphor.
Yeah, I did.
It's alright.
Been playing.
I mean, you tried.
Been playing.
AJ is not an English major.
I'm not.
Hey,
I got the usual Overwatch and Heroes of the Storm, with a little bit of Diablo sprinkled in. You know, the usual Bethesda trifecta.
I think I've heard of Overwatch. That's that indie game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really popping off. I heard it's already over $1 billion franchise.
Yeah.
And then I am playing just a couple hours every now and again of Black Desert Online. Because the new class came out, and I've been testing that out. So that's what I've been doing.
Neat.
Paul, what have you been doing?
Well, like you guys, I have been doing Overwatch and Heroes of the Storm. Mostly Overwatch and Heroes of the Storm for the specific purpose of getting the Overwatch things, or helping other people get the Overwatch things. And I've been playing Civ 5 because, like, even though Civ 6 has come out, I still play Civ 5. It's just
Same.
great. But what I've been doing is less video games and actually Netflix. I watched 13 Reasons Why, which is it's a really heavy show. And it's hard to recommend to people because it's just so dark. And the other TV show that I watched, or Netflix show that I watched, was Dear White People, which turned out to also be a really heavy show. And so I just got like a whole bunch of just like life is terrible from my Netflix watching shows, and it was a tough week of streaming and binging Netflix things. So I'm just trying to lighten up and do light stuff like Overwatch and watch Tracer say "Cheers, love," that sort of thing.
Okay.
I was waiting for the silence.
Somebody had to break, guys. Somebody had to do
Oh,
it.
that's so good. Okay, I'll close this up. So Paul likes dear white people. Whatever, that's fine. I've been doing that final exam game that Jake Badlands has been playing. I have a unique story though. So I had like a 79 in math, and I'm like, I'm just gonna get a C. That's okay. So I got to my final, and I know about half of it, and then I get to the multiple choice, and I don't know any of it. Like it looks like Egyptian, right?
Dear.
And I'm like, I'm just gonna fail. So I just guess on the entire last half of the test, basically.
Oh,
And
dear.
she's like, hey, grades are posted today and they're not curved, they're regular. I look at my grade. I got a 95 on the final. I have an A minus. I have an A minus in math by just guessing.
Oh my
Wow,
God,
that's
you are
perfect.
a god.
Like I literally rolled just repeatedly dice and it just kept working and it was working and now I have an A minus and it was great, dude. Feels
Hey,
great.
Jake Badlands, can we get a roll of a d20 on that, please?
Oh, damn. Damn, I took him to school. I don't have him right here.
Oh no. And then playing wise, I've been jumping into a couple of games of Heroes of the Storm with Paul and everyone. I think the game is better than it was, but it's nothing to write home about. For a free to play game, I think it's great. I just wish the Blizzard Smash Brothers didn't have to be stuck into a MOBA genre. I feel like there could be so many other genres I'd rather be playing Blizzard Smash Bros. In, but that's fine. And then a lot of StarCraft, actually. A lot of StarCraft 1. That game went free to play, so me and my buddy Churchill, which you guys might hear from eventually, we've been doing a bunch of one-on-ones in StarCraft 1, which is super interesting playing an old strategy game because you can only select 12 units at a time. So when you're commanding big armies and you can only move 12 people, you like are all forced to become Korean masters, or you just look like an idiot playing the game. So it's my APM is pretty good right now, to say the least. And I can play the keyboard better than I can play the piano, and that got me thinking. I know all like the bindings of StarCraft. I could probably win the piano in that amount of time, and it's really sad, but that's okay. Other than that, I have. That's pretty much it for me. I played a little bit of Halo Wars 2. I played the first 2 levels, and I'm like, this is a bad video game, and I did not go back. It was a pretty video game, just a bad one. And then there's Persona, and yeah. I mean, anyone else have anything to do?
No, I think it's time to sign out.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to the Multitap Podcast, rebranding Season 2, Episode 1. Again, thank you, everyone. Paul Meyer, get us out of here.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
All right.